It's time, my friends, for another Devo tip on Paul's rules for radicals in 2 Timothy. Let's look at rule number 9. Fight well to the end. Well, in 1964, Saul Alinsky leaked word that large numbers of poor people were planning to clog up the restrooms at Chicago's O'Hare International Airport. The clog up never happened because city authorities quickly yielded to demands to improve Chicago's slums. All it took was imagining the mayhem of having every stall occupied by non-passengers. So according to Alinsky's rule number 9, the threat is usually more terrifying than the thing itself. Well, contrast Paul's rule number 9 for radical Christians. Fight well to the end. Notice that Paul doesn't say, well, it's been quite a journey, or what a wild ride. But instead, he says, I have fought the good fight. He uses a warfare idiom that, according to G.K. Beale, expresses one's persevering loyalty to king and country by sacrificing oneself to fight war campaigns in order to maintain the welfare of the kingdom, thus earning a reputation as a good and honorable citizen. So, to fight the good fight means dogged devotion to King Jesus over the long haul. Paul says, the time is coming when people will not endure sound teaching, but having itching ears, they will accumulate for themselves teachers to suit their own passions, and will turn away from listening to the truth and wander off into myths. In a world inundated with digital chatter, people tend only to listen to what they want to hear and dismiss the rest. But Paul isn't talking about information overload. He's talking about binging on spiritual comfort food when our ears itch, so to speak. Do you only consume feel-good, entertaining messages, regardless of their biblical accuracy? I hope not. The lure of junk food is powerful because we'd rather listen to motivational speakers about spirituality than studying the Bible itself. Paul wants us to go for the meat and veggies, in-depth Bible teaching, in other words, so that we can keep a clear mind and have the strength to fully carry out the ministry God has given us. When we are filled with solid teaching, our life will be poured out as an offering to God. Like wine completely emptied and given to God, we'll be able to say like Paul, the time of my death is near. I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I have remained faithful. We'll be at peace, knowing that we actively and unwaveringly stood up for what is good and true all the days of our lives. There is a crown of righteousness stored in heaven for all who have loved Jesus' appearing. This is not a literal crown. Jesus, James, and Peter all describe the gift of eternal life as the crown of life, or the unfading crown of glory. So, unlike a literal race where there's only one winner, we all must persevere till the end for the crown that will last forever. That's 1 Corinthians 9:25. So if we want to finish well, we'll need to cut out the junk food messages from our diet. For some, finishing well means having the most toys for their retirement. For others, finishing well means a pain-free death. But for radical Christians, finishing well means fighting well till the end, only to hear, well done, good and faithful servant, from Jesus himself.